Preference B9 SQ5, 21-inch or 20-inch wheels for everyday driving and a little bit of spirited driving. Well, I can definitely tell you my opinion. Do you have a...
I like smaller wheels for everyday driving. I would go 20-inch every day over that.
Yeah, so on my Q7, I ran for tens of thousands of miles, 21s and 20s. And the 21-inch setup's great. I wouldn't say it was a harsh ride or anything, but last year I went to our 20-inch ZTF 20 by 10, and I ran a 305 45 maybe. And on the 21s, I had 315 40s. And I really, really, really like the ride and handling of the 20-inch setup. Just for every day around on roads and things like that. It was that much smoother, that much more compliance. The 21s still have, it's a 40 series, so there's still like, it's 40% of 315. It's still a big side. Yeah. It's not a rubber band tire by any means, but I really like the 20-inch setup. It handles great. It's not as sharp and responsive, but just rode smoother and just felt more comfortable over rough and irregular roads. So it's really up to you. On an SQ5, you have a much bigger aspect ratio than on an S4, and you'll be able to run either as well. But if you're kind of sensitive to crashiness and the bumps and jarring and stuff of the road, go to a 20-inch setup. Both our 21 and 20-inch wheels are excellent. The other thing to note is on my Q7, the 20-inch wheel and tire setup was lighter than factory. The factory came with 20s. So the ZTF 20-inch setup was substantially bigger and lighter. The 21-inch setup was twice as big as the factory tires.
Oh, with what? Yeah.
As far as like the amount of tire on the road, but I'm exaggerating. But I went from a 285 to a 315. It's a substantial, amount of rubber. But it was slightly heavier than stock, and so I think part of what I liked about the 20s was you have a lighter feel on the road.
Yeah, unsprung weight. So that's your basically everything behind the spring that's on your suspension that's hanging off the end of the spring. It makes a huge difference in the feel and I think, like you said, the lightness and the way it performs on the road, because it's all this mass that's just getting slung around that the spring and the shock have to try and stop at every moment.
Yeah. So imagine unsprung weight. Imagine you're running, and in one scenario you have really light shoes, like the kind that they use in the 100 meters. They weigh nothing. And then on the other side you have snow boots that weigh 6 pounds each. That when you run and you're pulling that weight off the ground and moving it, that's unsprung weight. Now take that same 10 pounds and put it on your body, you wouldn't really even notice it. But put it on your feet and you really notice it. And so that's why unsprung weight is so important. When it's on the tire or the wheel or that part of the suspension that's pivoting, it's amplified substantially than if it was inside the car. So it's nice reducing it, and that's one of the things I think I really liked about the 20-inch setup.